by the size of me. I don't really give a fuck. Put my deuce up, I will not live in apology. I wish you lose the opportunity and shut. Don't make way for a prodigy.
Gonna catch your breath for a second. Look at your neighbor and check in. We bout to march, so if you not get to stepping. I done told you who I am. I'm a force to be reckoned with. I think just be mad because my voice is so decadent. I'm setting a precedent. No mistakes and no accident. We ignoring the standard set cause our lowest is passionate. This alone is a classic hit. I'm a verb amongst adjectives. If the industry full of and my words is a laxative. I'm a maniac on these beats. I'm insane and it's not discreet. I'm enraged because y'all ain't see it. I'm spraying on every street, entertaining no whack opinion. Who's saying we not elite? I'm over Balenciagas. I'm changing into my cleats. It's go time. It's showtime. I ain't calming down until this place is a ghost town. Tired of the faking. We bringing back Motown. No sparing this go round. I'm taking no prisoners, so prepare for a showdown.
Down in the new town, I already feel that it's eyes on me. I'm getting hooked up down with the big crowd. They already gone by the size of me. I don't really give a fuck. Put my deuce up, I will not live in apology. I wish you lose the opportunity and shut. Don't make way for a prodigy. Touchdown in the
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Two weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Josh Allen, he says that he wants to continue to perfect executing the run-pass option. Looked pretty good there.
And he's put in the minds of all people trying to defend him that his legs create big plays. So guess who benefits?
His running back.
No doubt about it, and we just saw it there.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. To the air, Allen. A short throw to Ingram. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 16 more on that one and another 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Rolling to his right. This is caught. It's Kirk. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Well, every lineman knows the rule. You only get a 1-yard buffer beyond that line of scrimmage, and then the flag is thrown, and he got tagged for it there. On play action, Allen. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Evan Ingram, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Their first passing touchdown of the ball game, and they go to the big tight end in those sure hands, and he provides the score.
Certainly looked like they were focused on taking away other weapons, and he certainly made them regret that because he found the soft spot Ended up taking it to the end zone. Nice throw, too, to complete the play.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. On first down, here's Stroud. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive linemen. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Coming off a great rookie year, it's Dameon Pierce. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Down. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd and 7. On second down, it's Stroud. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he's going to have another first down as it's happening. Jaguars 44-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers are getting involved as this game goes on.
Stroud. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. You look at this Jaguar defense. They've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Stroud. Mechie has it on the slant. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
Stroud will look to throw once more. That's into the hands of Woods. That he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. Interesting decision here. Opening drive, Charles. 4th and short. You're in field goal range. We'll see what they do.
I just shake a fist at my offense and say, go get it, guys, because if you can't pick up 4th and short here, we're probably in trouble the rest of the game. Show some confidence. Show some aggressiveness. Go pick it up.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on fourth. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
On second down, here's the option. That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. And that'll go for a gain of 18 on the keeper. First down. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ballgame. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds, because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The Jaguars at 2-0 here to begin the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. Now he's flushed out right. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Well, this is something I may never understand. I don't get why a quarterback under duress who has a chance to get rid of the ball and save the yardage keeps it and runs out of bounds. Instead of an incomplete pass and no loss of yardage, it's a 3-yard loss.
And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Cook will score. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up. Meaning, when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
McManus's point after is good, and it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. To return it, Darius Phillips. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Down the right sideline. And he'll be taken down at the 26. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. What a run there. I mean, you've got speed, elusiveness, escapability, all rolled into one.
And we all know that quarterbacks are coached to get the ball to the guys who can do all the things you just described. You want those guys who have speed, elusiveness, and escapability all rolled into one with the ball in their hands. And guess what? It's him. So there's no sense in throwing it or handing it off when you can do all of that yourself.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. First and 10, it's Pierce. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There's a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Stroud on third down now. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a first and goal.
Here's Pierce. Will take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute. But did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it. And afterwards, they'll say, there's never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. Play action. Now it's Allen sliding out of the pocket. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for second down. Now Allen. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And Kirk is going to have the Jaguars first down as he'll get this up to midfield. From midfield, here's Allen. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On play action, Allen. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Texans will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Hurt. 19 White. Trap 50, trap 60.
Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
A shotgun snap to Stroud. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
The lessons will continue. This rookie, he's got to learn how to read situations just a little bit better. That far behind the line, he's got to find a way to get rid of the football and not take the sack, whether it's with his legs or just throwing it away.
And Stroud now to throw. He's got his man, Schultz, coming across the formation. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
2 yards on the pickup there. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. Now here's Stroud on 3rd down. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Oh, I don't know if he's sensing contact to come or what, but that's a ball he'd love to have back. That could have gone for big yardage, but it just didn't want to stay in his hands. That's a tough break.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
1979 Broncos. 60 Mavericks.
Stroud now on 4th down. Oh, the man is Mechie, and he's got him. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. One crisis averted, but they still need to move hastily. 1st and 10, it's Stroud. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
I felt that one all the way up here. How about that big man laying out and making that catch?
Yeah, that wasn't a 180-pound wideout. That was a tight end. Again, it's Stroud. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now Stroud. And this one is incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Rayshawn Jenkins picks it off. Down to the 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD on the pick six, and I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they went standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
Now McManus for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Phillips now from the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores. And he'll be dropped at the 36. It's a good gain of 18 on a play that originated back at the 18.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Cook. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit, both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds, right around the 7. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. James Cook in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jags will extend their lead here just before halftime.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. Phillips now from the end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
Hold it ready.
The drive will start with an option going left. And he's going to lose yardage, not that it matters, as the final seconds tick away. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far.
Both these teams running through their final adjustments before they head out of the locker room. We're just about set for the second half. And to bring it your way, let's go back upstate to Jacksonville. And Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. Phillips now from the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any one of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Stroud. This one incomplete. Almost picked off by the rookie, but he couldn't quite look it in. And now it's 4th down.
Just more frustration here offensively, and you can see it in their play and now in their body language. You know they were hoping to put a drive together to begin this 3rd quarter, but it's just not clicking right now. And it's going to be a quick call to the punt team.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Allen going to audible to a different look. They'll run with Cook. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
Again, it's Cook. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. James Cook with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Pierce takes it straight ahead, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
That felt like a trap, because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Go.
Stroud. They'll roll him out right. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
And this is a situation where as a head coach, you're just saying, what else can go wrong? Let's get it all out of our system, please. This has been a sloppy game throughout. The execution has been lacking. A lot of mistakes, both mental and physical. And here's a big play that goes by the wayside.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Mechie has it on the slant. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
19. 65.
4th down. Here's Stroud. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
Caught left side by Mechie. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 8 at the Jaguars' 34-yard line.
Let's go.
Stroud will look to throw once more. And he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Throwing now is Stroud. Short throw into the hands of Jordan. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
18 Cardinal.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. Stroud is hit, and the ball is loose. Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it. So that play, I mean, from the start, and it results in a turnover.
Yeah, when you're running the option like that as a quarterback, you have so many different keys and reads to make that sometimes as you're making them, you're not protecting the ball the way you should, and it gets popped free.
They start the drive with Cook. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 62 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it. From the 31, here's 2nd and 2. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
A good run there by Cook on first down, powering his way forward, a gain of 6.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with the lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Boy, the run on first down, a disaster as he's tackled well behind the line of scrimmage. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, The night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
Third down. Here's a run by Cook. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. They'll run for it. Cook. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. The Jags come up empty on fourth down. And this Texans defense stands tall. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean?
Well, the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Stroud now on second down.
And Woods has it complete. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
19 tight, 19 tight.
Stroud here on 3rd and long. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Houston. Tank Dell. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Texans get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
And only a couple there up to about the 23-yard line.
This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st down, Allen. And that's caught inside the 35.
Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10.
And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 62 yards.
And what a letdown after a huge play. He's going to pull this in and then set sail for the end zone. And he nearly made it, too. But he's going to be tracked down just short of the goal line. So a big play there that's going to set him up with 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Cook.
is going backwards here. Now they come in and drop him all the way back at the 4-yard line.
Loss of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the Texans' 4-yard line.
And they'll run again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were. And this time he is in.
Yes.
James Cook with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. McManus's point after is good, and that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Down the left sideline. He's across midfield. Touchdown, Houston. Dalton Schultz, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Texans are able to cut into that deficit. Obviously, the scoreboard right now is not the friend of this rookie quarterback. But, hey, a touchdown pass there maybe builds a little confidence.
Every rep is valuable when you're a rookie. Every time you step up and throw the football, there's a lesson to be learned. Yeah, he took advantage of a little bit of loose coverage there with the lead. But at the same time, got it done. It'll take a little bit of satisfaction away from that throw.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. It's been a dominant performance to this point, Charles, and this is probably exactly how they scripted this and envisioned it. They got a 3-score lead, 4th quarter, and a chance if they want to continue to pour it on here.
It is their call, isn't it? I mean, the way that they have taken on this game and the way that they have carried this game and have dominated this game, you're exactly right. Do what you want down the stretch. We are in the era of, hey, if you don't want us to do this to you, then you need to stop us. Their call to finish this one off.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused.
Must have.
They had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. 119 yards on the ground for him so far. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They run it again with Cook. And he is going to lose yardage here. No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Now Allen off the bootleg. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And he's got it. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Jaguars. Christian Kirk, 52 yards. And the Jaguars up the lead to 4 scores now here in this fourth quarter. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Well, they get to Stroud, nowhere to go, and he goes down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. The second down throw now from Stroud. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. They intercept Stroud again, the 3rd time in this game. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jaguars are going to have it here just past the 25. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, it's Cook. And some room to work. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. Cook up the gut. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. But Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly